Hi, hey, welcome. It's your girl, Alarke, going live today about songwriting and hooks and the architecture of songs and arrangements, and also architecture within your approach to writing. So I pulled a card before we begin. This is an oracle card deck, and I was shuffling and this one just fell out of the deck, and so I decided, okay, I gotta see what it is, and this has to be the card. So I pulled Earth just to start, and the description says Earth, what is tangible and the physical body? Be kind to this temple of a physical body that is the home for your soul. It requires adequate nutrition and rest. Meditate on this symbol when you want more of a connection to the physical plane and validation of all that is here in the three-dimensional world with you. Honor it, see it, feel it, experience it with love and respect. Symbol, the alchemical symbol for Earth. So what I was taking from this and how it applies to writing and your music and singing, what is tangible in the physical body, honor it, see it, feel it, experience it. So in order to write your best music, you have to put yourself first. It's like the oxygen mask coming down in the airplane in case of an emergency. Take care of yourself before other people. It's self-love. So with writing, it's to create a time for you to write. Also with your singing is to take care of your physical health with, all of the ways that you're going to take care of your health. You don't need me to explain that. So architecture within songs, let's dive into that. There's a good resource that I like that you can check out called Hook Theory. That's HOOKTheory.com, hooktheory.com. And I think this is a really great resource for people getting into, it's basic songwriting theory. They also have different levels, so you could go to Hook Theory 2, which is a little bit more complex with the different chords that they offer. But this applies to, all music. So basically, if you have, you could start writing within the architecture of a simple chord progression. And if you're stuck and you don't know where to go, use this. So if you have, let's say a scale, a chord progression, a very common one, if we're talking about numerically how the chords are labeled, it's 1, 4, 5, 1. And that would sound like a bass line, be like da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 4, 5, 1, or 8, 4, 5, 8. So I always think about melodies in terms of numbers because it's the easiest way to visualize the architecture of a melodic line. So one thing that you'll find if you go into Hook Theory or just study basic music theory, you always connect your 6, 7, 8, and these are relative do's, relative like do of the do, re, mi. So it's a relative scale. So if you're gonna go, if your first one is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, you could also do starting on here, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or starting here or here, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you get the idea that it's movable and it's all relative. So I want you to start, if you're writing in a song in a major key, you're going to start with, we'll say this is the do because it's easiest for me to sing, 1, 3, 5, 8. So you have 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. That's your chord. I think in one of the videos coming up, I'll hook up a keyboard so you can hear everything coming together and what it sounds like with the keys. But you're going to move within different chords, and then you're going to go to the fourth scale. You're going to start with the first scale degree or the 8th scale degree, that octave, because they're the same. They just loop every 8. If you're like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So you see how they're just looping. You're going to start with that do in your bass. in the bottom of your chord. And then you can go to the scale degree 4 as the next starting line for your chord progression. So if you're in C major, if your C is your Do, and then your 4 is C, D, E, F, that's going to be your 4. 1, 4, then you're going to go to the G, that's your 5, and then back to 1 at the end of your chord progression. So we'll spell those chords out on the keys in a future video, and maybe I'll share a screen with Ableton and you can see how that all fits together. And then so you want to, you could use this pattern exactly as it is. It might be a little bit predictable. I think like music in the 1950s really like solidified this chord structure, and then since then people have been touching upon it in arrangements, but also going getting a little bit more experimental and cooler ideas with that. But that's your basic one that you can go through. And then from there, you want to build on patterns, and you can move thematic patterns around within those scale degree numbers. So a little takeaway assignment for you to do would be to, for any songs that you hear, listen in you if you hear, if you're able to identify like the 1, the tonic, the home bass of the song, and then see if you can also identify if it goes to 1, 4, 5, 1 in a bass line. It might not do that because that's a pretty standard one, but if you go to some like major pop songs, a lot of them follow a formula that's pretty similar to that. So just be on the lookout and see if you recognize it. And then we're going to dive deeper into that this week. Every Monday through Thursday at noon. And on Friday, I'm doing a deeper masterclass for half an hour. And that is free and it's on Zoom. And the link is bit.ly, so bit.ly/setyourlifetomusic masterclass. And we also do a live Q&A so you can ask any questions and we'll go deeper into that. So thanks so much for joining. I'm off. I'm prepping for a show. I'm playing tomorrow night at the Warper Party. It's going to be super fun. So going to work on that. All right. Sending lots of love.